So far for Doja, I see she also is wearing white, just as a symbolic with the your masquerade. Doja, talk to us about what you can see as Lagos celebrates your festival. Well, I should wait to hear from Doja.
I'm here at the studio, but what is going on now is the Eyo Festival here at the Tafawa Balewa Square on Lagos Island. Eyo is a cultural celebration where participants dressed in white robes and arts and then parade, showcasing Lagos' rich heritage, typically to honor important figures and promote unity among Lagosians. It is also meant to purify the community. And I must also tell you that there are 4 dignitaries to be honored in this year's festival, and they are the very first governor of Lagos State, the late Brigadier General Mobolaji Johnson, military governor who ruled between 1967 to 1975, and Lateef Kayode Jakonde, the late Lateef Kayode Jakonde, the very first civilian governor of Lagos State between 1979 to 1983, and of course Sir Michael Agbolade Otedola between 1992 to 1993, and the late Yaloja General of Nigeria, the mother of the president, the late Abibatu Ashabi Mogaji. Abibatu Ashabi Mogaji is honored not because she is the president's mother, but because she has contributed immensely to the development of Lagos State. Abibatu Ashabi Mogaji, MFROON, was a major influential figure in Lagos commerce, a business magnate for that matter, a human rights activist, a politician who bridged the government and traders together. She advocated for educational waivers. Till today, no one pays the West African Examination Council fee in Lagos State. That was because Abibatu Mogaji intervened. And of course, there was a time that she called her son when he was the governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he should look at some women faces who were in her house, and then it was because they couldn't pay their children WAEC fee. Abibatu Mogaji intervened, until today, WAEC fee is free in Lagos State. If we want to talk about Lateef Kayode Jakonde, Lateef Kayode Jakonde is free educational policies, housing scheme. I mean, all of these legacies are still there in Lagos State. The free education for primary school, for secondary school, still today. And I must also tell you that here we've seen dignitaries who have been around, and then we are also expecting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on Elemoro, have actually led the proceedings here, coming here to, of course, showcase and then display the Lagos culture that many have come to witness here on Lagos Island, Tafawa Balewa precisely. Now there are 12,000 Eyo to be paraded, to parade here on this ground. There are 12,000 of them, and of course we are going to see Adamu Orisha, that is the leader of the Eyo Festival. And I must also tell you that this festival, fine, it is a celebration, but it is a sacred rite first before the celebration. This is a real big deal of Lagos Festival. There are many festivals, Olojojo, both regatta and all of that, but this one is a big deal, and Lagosians are not taking it with kid glove. This is mainly an indigenous affair, but of course we've seen spectators, we've seen people around the world to see what Eyo is all about. And then there are rules, there are do's and don'ts of this festival. For instance, in fact, someone was bitten here before my presence. I saw that. That was because the person was wearing shoes. Eyo does not want to see you wear shoes near them. Not that you're not going to wear your shoes, but you shouldn't wear your shoes or any footwear near their proceedings, especially a group of Eyo when they are passing by. They don't want to see that. And they didn't want to see any woman in shuku style. Eyo does not like to see shuku style, for instance, women weaving their hair or placing their hair in shuku style. That they don't want to see that. So if you have your shuku style, please don't come with it. And you cannot even wear caps or umbrella. These are rules for the general public. And for the Eyo themselves, Eyo shouldn't smoke. No Eyo, under any normal circumstances, should unveil his mask. We don't want to know who is inside there. So that is why it is a sacred event, really. So these are rules and don'ts. No alcohol for the Eyo, no smoking, and then they shouldn't unveil their mask. So 12,000 of them will be coming out here. We've seen about 2, 3 coming out, and they're bringing along their younger ones. You know, they're passing the baton to the younger ones to know that, yeah, this is the real Lagos culture. Lagos has its own culture, but the state is very, very accommodative. But then again, we're expecting President Bola Tinubu, who is also the son of the soil, the president, and making it that the president is also a Lagosian. This makes this is a very joyous moment for Lagos residents and, of course, for Lagos indigents. As I said earlier, it is a sacred right.
Right, yes, you mentioned that.
It's a celebration, but of course it is open to everyone to come here and see what Eyo looks like. It is meant to purify the community. As their rope sweeps the floor, it is believed that they sweep away evil spirits and also bring success. That is what this is all about.
Adedoja, you know, I would have loved to go on and on with you, but we don't have a lot of time. But then I would have loved the cameraman to pan to your feet. I want to see whether you're wearing shoes, because I want to know whether the Eyo would, you know, have you dealt with that scene today. But that is an aside. And we know it's been 8 years since the last Eyo festival held. I would have also loved to know what the plans are about continuity, but perhaps we'll have time to talk about that in subsequent bulletins. Adedoja, Salam-Adeniyi for us there.
I can only hear you talking about it's been 8 years ago that they celebrated Eyo Festival. Now, Eyo Festival is not a yearly affair. It can only be done to celebrate leaders, to celebrate people who have contributed immensely to the development of the state. And that is why I tell you earlier that the very first governor of the state, the late Brigadier Mobolaji Johnson, Samako Agbolade Otedola, and Kayode Jakonde, Latif Kayode Jakonde, and of course Abibatu Ashabi Mogaji are to be honored. If I are honored with this festival, it is not a yearly affair. The last one was 8 years ago when Lagos clocked 50 under Akinwumi Ambode's administration. Now this is another one. It is not a yearly affair. It can only come out for a reason, and that is what you're saying here. Cogent reasons. Some people who have contributed immensely to the development of what Lagos is today. That is what Eyo is meant for. So it's not a yearly affair. And that's why you see Lagosians very, very happy to celebrate this festival, because it doesn't just come out annually.
Adedoja, Salam-Adeniyi for us. Thank you so much. You spoke with a lot of enthusiasm. Thank you. You're watching TVC News at 1. Let's take a break. We have more stories.